Happy Soulful Sunday, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about how important it is to value ourselves, to really honor and trust that inner voice that talks to you. I teach people how to get in touch with their soul, to trust themselves more through connecting to their diaphragm, their divine diaphragm. And I put my hand on my chest throughout the day and I ask myself questions so that I check in with my God voice inside of me. I believe that our soul, our spirit, is our direct connection to Source Creator. And I believe that all of us are on purpose. And the more we feel in our body, the more we get to hear the wisdom that's always communicating to us and through us if we quiet down the chatter, the monkey mind. So the other day, I want to share the story about how important it is to value ourselves. The other day, I had a new client that called me, that found me on Yelp, and he wanted to schedule a session to work with me. And I think it was more for Tantra reasons, to connect to discovering more pleasure in his body and discovering more about how to feel fulfilled by himself. Because what I've noticed is that a lot of men, and I'm generalizing here, like if a woman is desiring you, don't you feel more desirable, right? Or a man is desiring you. But the problem is that when we feel good about ourselves, if someone's desiring us, then we're waiting for somebody else to give us our self-esteem. And it's taken me my whole life pretty much to realize that the only way you could ever really truly feel fulfilled and content is discovering that feeling within yourself. And the way that I do it is all going back to the breath here, feeling fulfilled, that to the point that I created in the Alpha Method, there's an exercise called fulfillment breathing. And the way that I teach my clients is through the feeling, because we could talk about fulfillment forever, but that's not necessarily going to teach me how to feel fulfilled in my body. And our body is where our soul is and our subconscious programming. So when we reprogram through the body our mindset of how we feel fulfilled, how we get our fulfillment, then we can be much more effective in becoming fulfilled because we're going to the source. So the other day, coming back to this client who called me, he wanted to schedule a 1-hour session in person and asked me if I would do that and what the cost would be. So I was trying to accommodate this gentleman on the phone, and it just didn't feel right to me though, because I don't like to work with people for 1 hour. I notice it takes people 90 minutes at least to go into a very, very, very relaxed state. And even like lawyers, doctors, accountants, people that are very much in their heads for their work, for them to come here for only an hour, sometimes it takes them a whole hour just to get really present in their body. So the fact that I don't even really work for an hour with people here at the Body Work, I'll do that over the phone. I was already out of my own integrity considering reducing the price to 1 hour. And so I texted this gentleman back saying, I don't think we're a good fit to work together because you're wanting to work for, he was trying to actually bargain my rates. And people don't usually ask me that. And it just didn't feel right to me. And I didn't really feel drawn to working with somebody that hasn't even met me and hasn't even, is already trying to get a deal. And I was very honest, and I told him, I apologize, but I can't work with you for only an hour. It doesn't feel right to me because I don't really think you're going to get the benefit of what I'm doing, because I don't just do massage. Sometimes people think that all I do is massage, or that I touch people and make them feel good. So it's hard to explain how this is actually a shamanic journey. It's actually a chakra clearing. It's actually a way of connecting to your soul and your heart, and it's through the pleasure system, and it's through the chakra system, and we're changing your mindset, we're changing your beliefs. So long story short, I didn't feel I was resonating with this person, And I told him, I don't think we're going to be a good fit to work together. So anyway, long story short, to tell you the ending of the story, he came for a session. I worked with him, and he wound up hiring me for 2 hours, a 2-hour session. And he gave me a $20 tip on top of the price that I charged for 2 hours. And he asked if he could work with me because he read my reviews on Yelp, and he felt that I do good work. And sure enough, this man, life changed in one session. Things happened to him. I don't want to get too personal on it, but trust me, he benefited greatly, and he thanked me for working with him. And so there's my story about how important it is for us to really value ourselves, to be in our integrity, and when we're out of our integrity, to support ourselves in expressing that to people. And I feel, you know, I may not be perfect, and I may have given in the beginning, but then upon listening further to my heart and my soul, I was out of alignment. So instead of me being mean to myself or bad on myself, or, you know, I just called him, I was honest, I made that a priority, and look, it all came back in a positive way, because he wound up working with me for 2 hours instead of just 1 hour, and then giving me an extra $20 tip, you know. So I love that when that happens, and I wanted to share that because sometimes I think we fear, like maybe in the past I've worked with people that I didn't feel were ready for this type of work, or that had the desire to work on themselves, because you really have to want to change, because the work that I do really does transform your life, and all it takes is one session. And all it takes sometimes is one session for people to clear their back pain or their neck tension after holding it for 10 years. And for some people, I notice we have a habit of being in pain, or we don't believe that we can heal so quickly. Some of us believe that it has to take months and months and years to heal chronic back pain. So this is where the Alva Method is all about empowering you. It's all about giving yourself back your power, which is within you 24/7. So I'm super excited because me believing in myself and honoring my truth, I see the results. I see the universe saying, yay, Michelle, keep honoring your truth, keep believing that you're worthy. And honestly, if I don't believe I'm worthy, then nobody else is going to believe it. So I wish everybody an awesome Sunday. I got to go. But I hope that what I've said today resonates with some of you, and you just go for it. Remember that you're made by God. Remember that you're divine. You are a miracle. And because of that, just like right now, be like, yes, I'm this magnificent creation, and I can heal and release and process things that I've been holding in seconds because I'm made of energy. So working with sound, working with our voices, working with our bodies and moving and expanding, those are ways that we're actually get in touch with what we really are. We're dynamic and we're vibration. So when we do this, we get in alignment with our truth. And that's what I wish for the world, for all of us to remember that we're powerful creators and that our cells are always dancing and singing along all day. So wishing you all a beautiful day. Bye. Oh, and by the way, today I'm having a little gathering here at my place, Body Love with Essential Oils, and I'm going to be doing a sound healing. We're going to be smelling delicious rose, eating some berries, and just indulging with connection to our body and our soul. And it's going to be beautiful at 2 p.m. today. So email me if you want more information on that. Bye, everyone. Have a beautiful day.